Basketball is no doubt a sport where tall people thrive, but that doesn't mean short people can't also have a successful career in basketball. In fact, some of the shortest guys to ever play in the NBA are also some of the most successful. Don't believe me? In this video, we will be showing you the top 10 shortest players in the history of basketball, who have made it to the big leagues and played in the NBA as some of the best players too. Make sure you watch this video till the end. One of the most popular players in the NBA right now is somewhere on this list. Before we go on, make sure you hit the subscribe button on your screen to become a member of this amazing community. Without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Number 10. Charlie Criss. Born in Valhalla, New York, Charles Washington Criss Jr. is a former basketball player who began his professional career in the Continental Basketball Association, where he was named the most valuable player with the Scranton Apollos in 1976. In 1977, he joined the Atlanta Hawks with a height of 5 feet and 8 inches. When he joined the NBA, he was the shortest active player in the league, and most of his league mates were almost a foot taller than him. He played for 5 years with the Hawks before transferring to the San Diego Clippers, where he played for 2 years, before joining the Milwaukee Bucks, where he spent 3 more years. He moved back to the Atlanta Hawks in 1984 and spent 2 years before retiring in 1986. He finished with an average of 8.5 points per game, 1.4 rebounds per game, and 3.2 assists per game, and posted a total of 3,534 points, 592 rebounds, and 1,335 assists. His best year was his first year, when he posted averages of 11 points and 4 assists per game in 77 matches. Now 72, he has worked as a golf instructor, a minor league basketball coach, a basketball summer camp coordinator, and a TV commentator for the Atlanta Hawks since his retirement. Up next at number 9, Spud Webb. Listed at 5 feet and 7 inches tall, Michael Anthony Jerome Webb, nicknamed Spud, was one of the shortest players of his time. But this didn't stop him from making a name for himself in the NBA. He came from a very poor background and saw basketball as his way out of poverty. But nobody was willing to give him a chance because he was too short to play basketball. However, this didn't stop him, as he learned how to use his quickness and agility to get around taller players. He trained so rigorously that he could already dunk when he was 5 feet and 3 inches tall. Think about how high he had to jump. He got a chance to play in junior high school when 2 players on the team couldn't pass the physical exam. Despite his impressive high school record, no colleges showed interest in him until Midland College. Then he transferred to North Carolina State University after the assistant coach noticed him. He was drafted in the 4th round by the Detroit Pistons, contrary to scout reports that said he won't make it into the NBA. He went on to win the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in 1986, making him the first player under 6 feet to win the contest, and also trained Nate Robinson to become the second player under 6 feet to win it. He is currently the president of basketball operations for the Texas Legends. Number 8. Monty Tower. Monty started his career as a point guard for the North Carolina State team and was part of the team that won the 1974 NCAA championship. At 5 feet and 7 inches, Monty received several awards, including the Francis Pomeroy Naismith Award as the best college player of the year under 6 feet. Monty was also credited with inventing the alley-oop with David Thompson because dunking was illegal at the time. He was drafted in the 3rd round of the 1975 ABA draft by the Denver Nuggets and spent 2 years with the franchise before retiring in 1977. After his retirement, he returned the following year as the assistant coach for North Carolina and has since then coached several teams. He now coaches Oak Hall School as the assistant head coach. He was inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame in 2002. Up next at number 7, Wataru Misaka. Wataru was credited with breaking the color barrier of the NBA by becoming the first non-white player and the first player of Asian descent to play in the NBA, and he was one of the shortest, too. Standing at 5 feet and 7 inches, Wataru was a point guard and he weighed 150 pounds. He grew up in a time of severe racism, where he wouldn't be served in restaurants, and neighbors would cross the street to get away from him because of his color and descent. But this didn't stop him from chasing his dreams. He led his high school to a state championship title in 1940 and a regional championship in 1941. He shined during his time at the Weber Junior College and led his team to 2 championships, clinching the Player of the Season title. He was also part of the UTES basketball team that won the NCAA championship in 1944. He was drafted 61st pick overall by the New York Knicks, played 3 games before being cut from the team, and he returned home, earning a degree in engineering, and was married with 2 children until he died in 2019. Number 6. Red Klotz. Standing at 5 feet and 7 inches, Klotz enjoyed a hugely successful career as a player and a coach, and played or coached in over 14,000 games in 8 years and in over 100 countries. He played for the Philadelphia Sphos, the Baltimore Bullet, and the Washington Generals before his retirement in 1989. He was part of the team that won the then BAA championship in 1948 and was the oldest living NBA champion at 93, until his death in July 2014. He was also one of the oldest active players at the time, as he played until the age of 68. Up next at number 5, Keith Jennings. Jennings was about the same height as Klotz and played the point guard position. He had an impressive college career playing for the East Tennessee State University from 1987 to 1991. As a senior, he won the Francis Pomeroy Naismith Award for the most outstanding collegiate senior under 6 feet and was named in the All-American Consensus second team. That same year, he shot 59% from field, making him the highest in the NCAA Division I. He wasn't selected in the 1991 NBA draft and decided to start his career as a free agent. He played 164 games in 3 seasons for the Golden State Warriors and was selected by the Toronto Raptors during the 1995 expansion draft, but he didn't play for them. He played in Europe until 2004 when he retired and came back as a coach. He is currently the coach for the Lees McRae women's basketball team. Number 4. Greg Grant. Grant was discovered at the local playground by a scout while still in high school and was enrolled at Trenton State College, now known as the College of New Jersey. He had an impressive run and led Division III in scoring in his final year. He ended his college career with the NABC Division III Player of the Year award. During the same year, he was selected by the Phoenix Suns as the 52nd overall pick during the 1989 NBA Draft. He was named head coach of Trenton Central High School in 2010, but he resigned 5 years later with a 100-32 record in the 5 years. Number 3. Mel Hirsch. Melvin Hirsch was what you'd call the dwarf of the NBA, at 5 feet and 6 inches. His height was a big disadvantage as most of the players he had to play with were more than twice his height. However, he did manage to make it to the NBA and played 13 games for the Boston Celtics, which made him the shortest man in the NBA at that time, and 40 years after. He died in December 1968 at the age of 47 from leukemia. Number 2. Earl Boykins. Boykins played at Eastern Michigan University from 1994 to 1998, where he won the MAC tournament twice and earned all Mid-American Conference first-team honors twice, too. He ranked second in scoring in the NCAA Men's Division I Basketball Championship and had his number 11 jersey retired and raised to the rafter after his graduation. He wasn't drafted into the NBA, but he was signed by 5 teams on short-term contracts until he landed a 5-year, $13.7 million contract with the Denver Nuggets just before the 2003-2004 season. He made history as the shortest player to score 30 or more points in a game when he scored 32 points in a win over the Detroit Pistons. He was later traded to the Milwaukee Bucks and opted out of his contract after a season with them. He enjoyed a very successful career in Europe after signing a 1-year deal that paid $3.5 million, which made him the highest paid player in the Italian A-League at the time. He returned to the NBA in 2009 with the Washington Wizards and retired in 2012 after his 10-day contract with the Houston Rockets expired. And finally at number 1, Mugsy Bogues. At 5 foot and 3 inches, Mugsy is the shortest player to have ever played in the NBA. But that doesn't mean his list of accomplishments is the shortest. After his college career, he was the ACC career leader in steals and assists, and represented the U.S. national team at the FIBA World Championship in 1986 and won the gold medal. He was drafted 12th overall in the 1987 NBA draft by the Washington Wizards, along with greats like Scottie Pippen. He was teammates with the tallest player in the NBA, Manute Bol, who stood 7 feet 7 inches tall. Bogues has a vertical leap of 44 inches and made a total of 39 blocks during his career, including one from the 7-foot-tall Patrick Ewing. He is known for his impressive 10-season stint with the Charlotte Hornets, where he established himself as one of the fastest players on the court. He retired in 2001 after 14 seasons and a total of 6,858 points, 6,726 assists, and 1,369 steals. And with that, we come to the end of our video today. If you have enjoyed this video, do well to hit the like button and stay tuned to this channel for some more amazing stuff. We'll see you soon.